Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. My name is Fuad bin Othman. I am student of OUM. And today I would like to brief and discuss regarding what is innovation, type of innovation with evidence case, and also innovation that suit with my organization. Hopefully this sharing session today can help viewers to learn and know regarding what we have discussed. According to Dave and Guthrie 2014, innovation defined as a ranging from high-profile scientific discovery to low-profile changes in processes or practices. The two common elements are that they are doing something new or differently which adds value to business operation and is useful to the community in which it is applied. According to Urabe 1988, innovation consists of generation of new ideas and its implementation into new product, process or service, leading to the dynamic growth of the national economy and the increase of employment as well as to a creation of pure profit for the innovative business enterprise. Innovation is never a one-time phenomenon, but a long and cumulative process of a great number of organizational decision-making process, ranging from the pace of generation of new ideas to its implementation pace. A new idea refers to the perception of a new customer need or a new way to produce. Through the implementation process, the new idea is developed and commercialized into a new marketable product or a new process with attendant cost reduction and increased productivity. There are four basic types in innovation, which are basic, sustaining, disruptive, and breakthrough innovation with case example that discuss one by one, shall we? What is basic innovation? Basic innovation, also known as basic research, is a performed without thought or practical end. The general knowledge provided that the mean of answering a large number of important practical problems, though it may not give a complete specific answer to any one of them. The scientific doing a basic research may not be at all interested in a practical application of his work, yet the further progress of industrial development would eventually stagnate if basic research were long neglected. The second thing is sustaining innovation. A great example of sustaining innovation is the current smartphone market. Sustaining technology and innovation is about development and improvement, working within established market and with pre-existing product and ideas, but enhancing, improving performance and making things better. Sustaining technology is essential companies improving their product and competing with other organizations providing similar service, or in a race about who has the best tech. Some sustaining innovation can be slow year-on-year improvement, whilst some can be huge, giant leaps forward. For example, in sustaining innovation is Uber. Uber, founded in 2009, the company has enjoyed fantastic growth. It operates in hundreds of cities in 60 countries and is still expanding. Uber financial and strategic achievements do not qualify the company as genuinely disruptive, although the company is always described the way low-end footholds exist because incumbents typically try to provide the most profitable and demanding customer with ever-improving product and services, and they pay less attention to less demanding customer. This opened the door to disruptor focus at first on providing those low-end customers with a good enough product. It's difficult to claim that the company found a low-end opportunity that would have meant taxi service provider had overshot the need of a material number of customers by making cab too plentiful, too easy to use and too clean. Neither did Uber primarily target no consumer, with people who found the existing alternative so expensive or inconvenient that they took public transit or drove themselves instead. The third thing is disruptive innovation. Disruptive innovation create the new product and new market and demonstrate a new value of something consumer didn't know they needed, wanted, or were missing. Disruptive technology is not created within the existing framework, but rather identify new opportunity and changes the conversation around tech and innovation. For example, the case example in disruptive innovation is Netflix. In response, Netflix created a business that offered more affordability, accessibility, and availability to this underserved customer. Netflix, but 10 years in, video streaming threatened to disrupt Netflix business model. He's done pretty good job, but recent setbacks such as Netflix loss of stars contract and the backlash over price increases and demonstrating that disrupting your own business a lot harder than disrupting someone else. Netflix announced its most serious step yet in managing this effort is dividing DVD and streaming into two totally separated businesses. Netflix is running two business models simultaneously, a costly endeavor, and also a fighting off a slew of competition like a Hulu, Google, and Amazon in a new market. One might be tempted to look at profitable numbers and say that Netflix hasn't successful in disrupting itself, but compared to the alternative. The fourth one is breakthrough innovation. Most companies recognize the need for breakthrough innovation. Breakthrough innovation can change the fundamental basis of competition, rewrite the rule of an industry, and also transform the prospect of the successful innovator. In today's hyper-competitive and fast-moving world, breakthrough innovation are most important than ever. Examples of breakthrough innovation include LED light, LCD screen, and hydraulic fracturing technologies in the oil and gas industry. For the case example in breakthrough innovation that I want to discuss today is Airbnb. Airbnb is a classic example of disruptive innovation. The service started off in a very low end of the travel and hospitality market by just renting out air mattresses for the night and eventually climbing up market to eventually surpass all traditional hotel claims. Their peer-to-peer service could not compete with the big hotel chains in terms of amenities or many of other characteristics hotel guests are accustomed to, but they are able to offer a more personal experience, better able to showcase the local culture instead, and the most important thing is the affordable price. In addition to redefining what is authentic travel experience can be like, they are gradually made the whole customer experience incredibly smooth end-to-end, far surpassing the traditional competition. However, in addition to having a great service experience at just the right time for their market, Airbnb was able to overcome the challenge by figuring out what using dozens of clever marketing innovation to ultimately gain traction, such as their Craigslist integration. So the conclusion in innovation that we discussed earlier, innovation support a long list in private company goal. The innovation process is vital for the manufacturing businesses, and as what Burdens in 2008 says, a company cannot afford to perceive innovation as an optional extra. Although the importance of innovation is widely recognized, there is an unanimously accepted definition of what innovation means. Comparing the numerous definitions by Goffin and Michel 2013, they noticed that they cover set of common elements. That means it's 4 elements. Number 1 is what is changed, such as product, services, business processes, and manufacturing processes. The second thing is the degree of changes. And the third one, the source of change. This one includes which might be technology and market demand. And the fourth one is the influence of the change. So as for my chosen innovation to my organization, as a firm company, I will choose breakthrough innovation because make much more substantial changes to technologies and business model. As a result, a company with a successful breakthrough innovation increases revenue and margin. Breakthrough innovation is a radical new approach that leaves the competition behind in some way. Business model innovation is often breakthrough because if an established firm identifies a new business value proposition that requires a change in the business model or the creation of a new one, and then it's strategically important to develop a new venture for improving organizational growth and profitability, and their impact perhaps increase over time. Breakthrough innovation can bring significant opportunity for the business to reach the next growth cycle and deliver high business value. There are a variety of ways that firm can approach breakthrough innovation, and there is no single way that can be replicated successfully. The firm that are able to rapidly generate breakthrough innovation are those that provide employees with the resources and space to develop their idea and side project. This is why I'm choosing breakthrough innovation. So that's all for today, and I hope viewers and everybody can learn what I just discussed. So thank you so much and have a nice day.